Hello ACSW family, I am Miss Carnicero and today we are going to be baking brownies. Now the ingredients and materials you will need are very simple. You'll need a mixer. I have an electrical one. If you don't have an electrical one, you can use a fork, which works just the same. It'll just take a little bit longer to mix. A mixing bowl, a baking pan, 2 eggs, measuring cup, milk, vegetable oil, and of course your brownie mix. Now the box says a 1/4 cup of water. I replace it and I use milk. I feel like it just makes it taste better. So the first thing you want to do is put the eggs into your mixing bowl. Use a fork if you can. Okay, throw them away. And wash your hands. Just mix them in just a little bit. You don't need to fully mix them because the mixer's going to mix them anyway. Okay. Now the recipe says 2/3 cup vegetable oil. You always want to leave the measuring cup on a flat surface so that you get the exact measurement as opposed to trying to figure it out eye level. So 2/3 cup. Here we go. Mix it in with the eggs. We're done with this one. And now we'll replace the 1/4 cup of water with a 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. If you don't have milk, you can use the water. Oops. Okay, we're done with that. And we add our brownie mix. Now we're ready to mix everything in. I like to put it on level 1 so that it doesn't start splashing all over the place. And just go clockwise or counterclockwise, but try to keep it the same direction the whole time. Pick up the speed after a little bit. You should start seeing it get darker. I don't know if you can see. I put it at level 2. Shouldn't take too much longer, just want to get all the little clumps out. Okay, and once this is done, Then we'll just pour it into our baking pan. You can use a spoon or just drop it in there. I'll use a spoon to make sure I get every last little bit out. Typically what I do is with the baking pan, I kind of take a layer of butter or vegetable oil so that the mix doesn't get stuck to the pan. And I preheat the oven to 350 before I get started so that by the time that I'm done doing this, the oven is ready to go. If you haven't preheated your oven already, it's okay. You can preheat it and just wait for it to warm up. Okay, and you should have a nice layer of your brownie mix. I'm gonna take it and put it in the oven. The recipe says you take about 35 to 40 minutes depending on the size of your baking pan. Just keep an eye out on it. If what you can do is put a fork or one of those little toothpicks, and if it's still too wet, you leave it in for a little bit longer. If you want it to be kind of moist, not too wet and not too dry, okay? So we're gonna put it in the oven. Mine is already preheated to 350. And set a timer for the 40 minutes. Okay, and we'll wait 40 minutes and come back with our our brownies baked. Okay guys, it's been 40 minutes, so I want to make sure that it's ready. So I'm going to use my cake tester to make sure that it isn't too wet. So we dip it in, pull out, and yes, it's ready. Okay, so you want to make sure that on your stick it's not wet. Okay, if it's still wet, you have to put it back for a few more minutes and let it finish baking. Other than that, you're pretty much done. Your brownies should look, I'm gonna put on the glove, it's still hot. Your brownies should have risen and they're ready to eat. Enjoy with ice cream or alone, however you'd like. Enjoy!